we're back. Couch Company Podcast. I'm Jon, and with me is Tyler.
Hey, Jon.
What's going on, man?
I'm playing with our new podcast thing.
Tyler has
I can't multitask.
few joys in life. One of them is technology.
I love technology. Yeah, the Rodecaster Pro II came out 2 days ago, and we have one in the...
Oh, this is like super new.
This is just, yeah, it's
This
like
is
2
the
days
new
ago.
iPhone.
Yeah, I'm going to call this a studio or whatever. I bought this thing forever ago, and it finally released, and it finally came in. This was like a big surprise type of thing.
We have so much like nicer stuff than we need. It's unbelievable.
It's top of the line. I mean, like the cool thing is now again, I value my time. We were talking about this 2 seconds ago, but in terms of hitting like the time markers now on podcasts, I tap it as we go. It's preloaded in all the effects, the processing to make us sound good. I think we sound pretty good.
I mean, obviously the goal of technology is to make our lives easier.
Right.
And that's all we're doing here.
Exactly.
Spending exorbitant amounts of money.
Quick, tell a joke. Give me the best joke you have.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh my gosh. Why?
To get to the other side.
Nice.
But we had that before.
We didn't have that one.
We did not have that one.
Yeah, okay.
We do have more options.
We do. I'll intersperse
8.
them. I only remember those two. I don't know what the other buttons do.
We have applause right here.
Yeah. Nope. I think that's this guy.
Hey.
There we go. We're just playing with this thing. You think we have 8, but see these 2 buttons down here?
No, that's 8, 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then these 2 add pages.
Wow.
Times 8. So we actually have 64 of these.
We need to fill all of them
Every
up.
single one?
Every single one.
So for instance, I don't even know if this will come through. It probably won't because I think this is only on the final mix.
But we can actually talk and change our voices. So it's kind of
nuts. But
that's wild.
it's a little crazy. And like I said, for those of you listening, unless I use the final mix, which I don't think I am because I'm putting this through a different program.
Oh, it's gonna sound normal.
I think it's gonna sound normal. I think we'll see. But anyway, what's going on?
There's a lot to play with on this thing. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's very good.
Not much is going on because we're recording this midweek because I'm out of town this weekend.
Yeah, so you got something for your dad for Father's Day. Yeah,
I bought some baseball tickets for the Yankees.
Like okay,
New York Yankees.
Pirates?
No. My dad, originally born in Brooklyn, New York sports fan, so he's a Yankees fan, and got some tickets. My brother's up there as well since he's going to Yale, and which isn't too far away. So we're going up there, meeting my brother, and going to a game.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's worth, I guess that trumps podcast day.
Yeah, I mean...
You can say it. You can say it. It's okay. I'm not going to take offense to it.
Well, I mean, because it's a one-time event.
Yeah. Well, how many times the Yankees, I'm sure, will play again.
They will, but I have to go on a Saturday, so I don't have to call any days off.
Yeah.
I have to drive 6 hours to get up there.
Right. Yeah, no.
Which means I have to leave Friday.
Yeah.
Dude, we can do it at 5 a.m. Friday, dude. Like,
we could.
That's totally
Tell
fine.
you what, that would cut into my workout regimen because I'm normally doing like 500 like crunches or something in the morning.
Are you doing that One Punch Man workout?
No.
You should
I'm
do
good
that.
until the cardio. Do you know how hot it is out there? I did a mile and a half today.
91 today.
It's insane. I was dying.
You should do the One Punch Man thing.
I don't like the idea of
Push-ups?
running. Yeah, like push-ups are
He does push-ups,
terrible.
crunches, and then he runs a lot, like a very long distance.
Which I guess is good for like endurance, but
Well, it makes
I'm under
you
the impression like
unbeatable.
running isn't great.
What?
Well, I guess it does, but
Well,
like,
there's more to it than that, though. Like, people don't remember that you're not allowed to use air conditioning. You're only allowed to use one blanket in the winter.
Oh,
yeah. There's a little bit more to that montage. Yeah.
All right.
So it's hey,
I could do one blanket in the winter and be fine.
Because like what happens is like all these YouTubers started doing that.
Yeah.
like fitness YouTubers. But they were only doing like the 3 things, like the crunches and the push-ups. They didn't do the other shit.
Yeah, do the air conditioning side.
For whatever, like 3 years or whatever. Come on. They did it for a month too.
Well, that's why we
do it for 3 years.
We don't have a One Punch Man guy. Anyway.
Hey.
Do you have to shave your head?
No, he just lost his hair.
He just lost his hair.
Yeah, he just lost it.
That kind of sucks. I wonder if that's from all the running.
No, he punched a guy so hard he just lost his hair.
That's terrible.
I mean, it depends how you look at it. I mean, he saved the earth. Lose your hair to save the earth.
Yeah, but like, I guess I would give up my hair for
the earth.
For the earth, probably.
I would hope so, because if you didn't, I would die. So
well, okay, you're leaving me for a baseball game. So
yeah, remember when you were really supportive about that?
Yeah,
and
no,
you
I've
asked
changed
me
my
about
mind.
it. Yeah, well, that's quite interesting. How the turntables.
I'm a fickle mister.
Do you ever watch Veggietales?
Yeah.
You like Veggietales?
Yes.
I'm like, I cannot remember a single scene. I don't even know why. I think because you said
the bunny.
fickle, and I thought pickle,
Yeah.
and naturally I went to Veggietales.
Because I mean, he's a cucumber.
Yeah, but a cucumber is just a pre-pickle.
Yeah. Sure. And I guess if you want to, like, I love how, like, the second, because I would say Larry's the cucumber, right?
I think so. Well, who's the tomato? He might be the tomato.
Who is the tomato? No, I'm not. Anyway, tomato, fruit, we get that.
Yeah.
So it's funny that the second veggie of the Veggietales is not even a veggie, which kind of speaks to the.
Oh, tomatoes a fruit?
Yeah, if you want to get technical.
Oh,
right. So
I don't know.
But that speaks to like the inner, like,
machinations,
the two-facedness of the human race. Like, we put on this front of like, oh, I'm a Christian vegetable, but deep down it's like, nah, you're a dirty fruit.
I was about to say something that was gonna get us canceled.
Oh, don't do that. But I don't know. I just like that's
you're a dirty fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like vegetables more than fruit, actually.
Yeah, I would. Well, I don't know. I guess, well, you don't like tomatoes.
I like tomato sauce.
Yeah, but that's still a fruit.
Some pasta.
Pasta's.
Some pasta and gravy, as the Italians call it.
I've had So for my Father's Day, my dad. I was like, Dad, where do you want to go? Anywhere you want.
Anywhere in the world?
Well, yeah, sure.
Really?
I mean, it was out there.
No,
he wouldn't want to travel, but
that's actually a really great like column on it. Like, I will take you anywhere in the world,
wherever you want to go.
And then he picks like Bob Evans or something.
He picked Olive Garden.
Oh, I'm so close.
Yeah,
I just picked like the most dad thing
It was
ever.
essentially the same thing. And the only reason why we wouldn't go to Bob Evans is because they've not shunned him, but they shirk's not the right word. They stiffed him on something or other, or the service was too long or whatever it was.
They forgot my dad's mashed potatoes at KFC probably 12 years ago now.
1997.
Maybe 15 years ago now.
Since then.
Well, I was a kid, so I was like maybe younger than 10, which means it's got to be 15 years plus. Never been back there with him. Like, obviously on my own.
Sure.
Had to check in on the Colonel, see how he was doing.
You got to make sure everything is copacetic, but yeah.
Copacetic.
Copacetic?
Copacetic?
Aesthetic? Is it aesthetic or
Copacetic?
Sweatic. Okay.
Yeah.
Copacetic.
Or it will be when I'm Flubel.
Yeah. Okay. So you're just making a list.
Did I tell? I think I said this before. Probably. I probably just say the same like 3 things on the podcast.
Well, I don't know. We haven't hit Sopranos yet. Go on.
So my first rule as Flubel is going to be you must put the prices on alcoholic beverages.
Yes, I think you mentioned that.
It's probably one of my greatest ideas of all time.
Next to the calorie count, sure.
What's the calorie count?
Like having the calorie count next to everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, they only have that. Like, every fast food place you see will have that.
I think there's a law now.
Yeah, there is a law. But, but like fancy restaurant, like if you're not a chain, you don't have to have it, which is stupid.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's
like Mad Mex doesn't have it.
Yeah, but that's a fancy restaurant.
It's fancier than McDonald's. McDonald's.
Yes. So, well, I mean, yeah, because you're
putting Mad Mex on the same level.
No,
as
you have
McDonald's.
a server. You have a server.
Yeah, maybe it's server because like Chipotle, you do. McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell,
maybe that's
Five
added
Guys
to
we do.
the-
Maybe it is the server thing,
Yeah, maybe that's part of it, and like that's how we judge the fast foodness now.
which means that Five Guys would not make our top 5 list, which was in our top
Why
5.
wouldn't it?
Because it does not have the calories on there.
They have it available though.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a little cheeky.
I mean it's on their site. As long as it's available, I don't mind. Like, yes, it's a nice thing to have it on the menu or something like
Yeah.
that. But as long
Yeah.
as I can Google like Five Guys nutrition,
Right.
it pops up in like a PDF form or,
Right.
or hopefully like a calculator form.
I do that for Permanis, but it's like not great. Like it's hard. Like I
Yeah,
don't know even how
Permanis
to
isn't-
describe it. It's like hard to find what you eat there.
Well, they have links because it's every single thing, and it's all like salad, balsamic dressing or whatever.
Well, the Angus sandwich is like 2,500 calories, which I'm like, there's
Yeah,
no
it's-
way. There's
Why?
no way
How do
that's
you-
real.
Why not?
There's no way that's real.
2,000 calories?
2,500? No.
That's a thick bread.
No, it's not that much.
I don't know, man.
I'll bet you a cheeseburger.
Okay.
I don't know how we test that.
Wait,
Here's
You
a
gotta
better
take
idea.
take
Ready
it
for
as
this?
word.
This is
Yeah.
going to be Idea Wednesday. So instead of calories, we
Mhm.
put how many miles you have to run to burn off whatever you're
that
eating.
would be
fantastic,
perfect.
right?
Yeah.
Immediately put everything out of business.
Yeah.
Like you see one Big Mac and see like 50 miles.
Yeah, well,
You just
so
never ever buy a Big Mac.
what
ever
what
again.
is it, like 130 calories, 150 calories per mile, something like that if you're just like walking?
I don't know. Look it up.
I think that's what I was hitting. I could
If
tell you
you're
right now.
walking, yeah.
Yeah. So for instance, I walked.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
No, I see you with your
Walked
fancy Apple Watch.
Yeah, well, I like technology. I walked 2 miles
Okay.
and I burned
How does it even track that?
something. Hold on, I need my phone.
I don't understand how your watch tracks that though. It's just
based
like on the
off of
outside.
it's based off of your heart rate
How does it read your heart rate?
because there's underneath, like on the inside, like where, and this is why I wear it kind of up my wrist so it gets my pulse,
Yeah.
and it pulses like a laser on it.
Wow.
So it has a green laser for your heart rate, and I think it has a red laser for your blood oxygen level.
I think they're reading your mind.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of just like, oh my gosh, I hate exercise so much. They bump my numbers up to keep it going.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct about this.
Yeah, like why not?
What I don't know.
The thing that kills me though, and this is good and bad, and obviously like you want to encourage your friends, but like whenever I finish a workout, it just like blasts it to anybody that I'm friends with on my my fitness thing.
I would block you immediately.
Yeah, well, it's like, okay, so either I'm the guy that's like feeling good, like
Yeah.
it's hard to get everyone motivated at the same time,
Right.
So like either you'll have like one person that will be like just blowing everyone out of the water,
Right.
And it's not like, oh, I got to catch up to do better than Lindsay. It's like, no, Lindsay's a motivated, amazing human being, and she's kicking my butt, and now I'm just gonna go sit on the couch because I'm never gonna catch her, type of thing.
Oh, it's the opposite effect.
I think so for me.
What would you need to like? What would be the best motivation?
The best motivation
Yeah.
is for like, I don't know, Steve Jobs to come over and take my hand and we'll walk together.
See, I was immediately
Actually,
I was
I'd be
thinking,
terrified,
I was thinking I
probably.
get a call from Steve Jobs, and he's like, "I have your entire family held hostage right now.
Yeah.
You need to crank out 10 miles
Yeah.
to save them."
Yeah.
And then I contemplate for like 3 seconds. Not even that
on
long.
how to get out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want to save
It's
my
like,
family, but like, is
10
there
miles?
an easier way? Right, exactly.
It's like really how many people you have? You have 4. If we
Right.
if that's,
like start to
that's-
negotiate.
yeah.
Like, hey, so like, what do I get for 5 miles? You know,
Can I pick the 2 family members that don't make it? Yikes! Here's something scary. It literally tracks exactly
go, yeah.
where I go.
Which is just around here. It looks like
Yeah. I just went up and
confined
just-
to your.
that was it.
See, this is why you should commit a crime, because like if they put you on house arrest, that's like one of your dreams. Like you would be totally fine.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I would, yeah, as long as I can, well, if I commit a crime, I assume that anything I get of value out of that crime, if I'm at house arrest, they found that out and then I don't get to keep it.
But like, okay, so obviously you mentioned Sopranos. It's hot on my
Yep,
mind right now.
sure.
So a lot of these deals they make, you know,
Yeah.
you get to keep some of your juice if you cooperate with them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well,
So,
sure. But
yeah, you're
I'm
on
not
house
very
arrest.
social. Who am I going to be able to like rat on?
Well, I'm in this theoretical example. You're in the mob, so
So I'm in the mob.
I feel like you could be the mob's tech guy, right? Like showing them all the new Procasters and and thingamajigs
because
that
they want to do a podcast.
No, it's like, okay,
they want to flip this stuff.
You want to steal these ones, so you're describing to them exactly what's worth the most. You'd be the fence. They would give them to you, and you would sell them off to people.
I'd probably just keep them all.
That seems really inefficient.
And it's super inefficient, and I shouldn't.
Seems really inefficient.
Getting back to our original thing, I walked 1.6 miles before I called it quits.
How close is that, like, to the sun?
The sun's only like a couple thousand miles away. It seems farther, but like
so you're like at about 1%.
We haven't proven it yet. What?
Do you think anyone, like, if you add up all the time you walk in your life, are you even close? Probably not, right?
To the sun?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Anyway, 1.6 miles. I burned 188 calories. So
we're doing math.
You can do the math of that. Yeah, I don't know. How far?
It sounds like millions of miles away, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah, it's
a million.
94 million.
Oh, so I was right.
Yeah, 94.474 million miles.
There's no way you walk that much in your life.
Not on my current trajectory.
1.6.
I would only have to live, let's say, 45 million more.
If you walked every second of your life, could you reach that? Probably not.
Depend. I mean, if you just kept walking,
yeah, like in your sleep, you're like sleepwalking. Yeah. Forrest Gump it, yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably
I would have to. I would be curious to see, like, okay,
94 million's a substantial number.
Well, like what does so if you want to do like a running, like Olympian runner.
Okay.
This is a wonderful. We're going some places with this. Okay, Olympian runner.
Yeah.
What's the training regimen? Training.
Well, it depends if it's a sprinter or a long distance.
I'm going long distance runner.
Okay.
Okay. How long do runners train for the Olympics? 4 to 8 years. How many miles? I guess Olympian distance runners. Is that what we're looking for? Training distance miles. I'm literally just typing.
I don't know what you're doing.
Olympian training distance miles. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Olympics include a 1.5, so a 1 mile swim, a 40. This isn't helping me at all.
Okay, so if we're talking about like a marathon's how many miles? 32?
Here we go. Okay, so an Olympia, like the fastest thing you can do, which translates. Okay, so 4 minutes and 19 seconds per mile.
That's like the world record.
Correct. So let's say.
Or no, isn't it in the threes now? 3 minutes or something?
I mean,
okay, whatever. 4 minutes. Yeah. We'll say 4 minute mile for an Olympian.
How long do Olympians run a mile? So the men's standard is 13 minutes 25 seconds, which translates to 4. Okay, so 4:19 per mile. So let's just say there's a crazy guy that can run 4 minute flat miles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we do 94 million
times 4. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Times 4.
Well, it'd be divided by 4, right?
Well, you would just do times 4, and that's how many minutes it would take.
Times. Oh, yeah. You're right. Okay.
And we'll see if someone can even live that long.
So 376 million
divided by. So that's minutes.
Yeah. So
divided by 60 would be hours.
Okay.
And then divided by 24 would be days.
Okay.
And then divided by 365 would be years.
Okay.
Right?
Sure. I'm just seeing a lot of numbers. So that's about 715 years.
By the decimal point?
I think it's 517.
So an elf could do it easy.
Easy.
Like an elf is
like Legolas probably already has it.
Legolas seems like a very good long distance runner, and that just totally sparked this idea. So fictional characters.
Yeah.
You create your best Olympic team. So you need like a sprinter, you need long distance, you need all that shit. Javelin, shot put, swimming. What else is there? You need to create a whole soccer team, I guess, for doing the Summer
I feel
Olympics.
like you would just get a lot of superheroes, right? Because like
Flash
is going to be
yeah.
Also,
So
you have to decide too. If
one
you're
per
talking
universe.
Legolas, Middle Earth, is the sun the same distance from Middle Earth to the
That's
sun?
a fantastic question.
Yeah. Okay. Go
That's
back to yours.
That's why you're on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know.
We need to ask Tolkien that when we die. But so I write that this, so you know, you get like what questions you have when you die. That'll be. I'll put that
like
priority one.
Is Tolkien here?
Is Tolkien where?
Wherever I'm at.
What do you
My
mean?
first question would be, is Tolkien here? So I can ask him about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking ahead. You're thinking ahead. You're thinking of the logistics. I like that. All right. Anyways, so what I'm saying is in this Olympic team that we're constructing,
Sure.
it's one character per universe. So DC universe, if you want to pick Flash, absolutely. I'd probably maybe put him in the long distance category since he'd finish it in 0.1 seconds.
Yeah, but I mean...
But here's the thing. There's many different long distance events. So are you going to use him for the marathon? Are you going to use him for the 1600, the 3200 meter, right?
I would use him for each of those.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
He gets one event.
Yeah, but there are multiple universes with multiple
Get
Flashes.
the fuck out of here now. That's DC. That's all within DC, though.
Okay, so you're talking about the DC property.
The
You're not
DC
talking about
property.
universes then.
What are you talking? I'm talking about the DC universe, which encompasses all those universes.
Oh,
a DC
so like the big...
universe is smaller than the DC universe, right?
Sure. If you
if you
subscribe to the whole like we live in a bubble,
yeah,
and there's millions and millions of bubbles,
right?
You're saying DC is one of those bubbles.
I'm saying DC is the container that holds the bubble solution.
So God.
Well, yeah, because it created all of that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so the DC property, whatever you want to say.
Okay.
You get one.
I'm with you.
So whichever Flash you want, sure.
I don't think I would do Flash then.
Barry Allen, Wally West.
Well, you wouldn't do Flash at all.
Who's the original Flash?
It wouldn't matter.
Something Gordon?
Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon.
All right, anyways. But it wouldn't matter at all because at that point, wouldn't you...
Pick Superman?
Yeah.
Sure.
But so you're saying Flash you couldn't have that one because like people do that all the time where they enter multiple things like a Phelps.
No, I understand you can, but I'm trying to make it interesting.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, just Superman.
Yeah, it's just Superman literally enters every event and wins.
And just
everything.
wins it. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think there are events that Batman could win?
Chess.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. So yeah, you have Superman.
So for sake of argument,
okay,
Flash. I would still probably pick Superman. I feel like he's more versatile.
Yeah, but if I'm just having a running event, I pick Flash. He's more used to running. Superman's used to flying.
Why wouldn't you pick something like a Hulk? You actually have to have your feet touch the ground.
I think you can find strong men in other properties, but the Flash is just the fastest.
Okay, so Flash for running.
Yeah.
I was going to say Superman for pole vaulting, but...
Well, you have Marvel, too, so there's another really good character you can probably find there.
Probably Hulk. Hulk would jump continents, right?
Long jump? Or what? What are we talking about?
I think long jump would work for Hulk.
What if he jumps into the, atmosphere?
He wins. I don't know.
They draw an infinity sign and he wins? Now, here's the
problem. You have to land.
Wait, this is actually really big brain. How many characters can jump into space? You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. If you're using Hulk on long jump, you might be wasting him because someone else can use another property, find someone who can get the space on a jump, and now he's tying the Hulk.
Yeah, but if you get to space, can you come back down? I don't think you
have to get into the orbit.
So that's what they would be
I don't think Hulk has the control. You can't. How is he going to train for this?
Right, but Hulk can't jump out of it. But I think that he would at least land. And
he could jump out of it. I think he can jump to space.
What?
Hulk? Yes.
No.
Comic book Hulk? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Someone tell me.
Somebody
tell me.
Somebody correct.
Right
Jon.
after the Zurg thesis. Tell me about the Hulk.
There's no way Hulk can jump to space.
Yes, he can, dude.
The only way Hulk was in space is when he got strapped to a rocket.
You're talking about the movie. I'm talking about comics.
Yeah, sure. Comics,
dude,
TV, movie, whatever you want.
The characters are so overpowered. It's not even funny.
There's overpowered and there's just plain silly.
I'm telling you, dude. There's this version of Batman that it's like Mobius chair Batman or something. You know this one?
No.
He's like a vampire or something, and he's in this chair, and he can travel through time and different universes and just blow up universes and shit. It's laughably overpowered.
It's what are you doing?
Yeah, it's
no wonder we reset the new 52 constantly because it's just wow, we don't know what to do.
We've reached the ceiling.
We messed up.
What's possible?
Let's kill the Waynes again.
When you're when your understanding of something is you've reached the limit of what you can even fathom. That's when you know it's time to reset.
Yeah. Nope.
So anyways, yeah, Batman would come in as your chess player.
Yeah, but we can't use him because we
can't
already
use
used the
them now.
Flash.
I would use Brainiac over Batman instantly. Like Brainiac has chess solved, probably, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Like there, I mean, chess
You don't think Brainiac would be better for like an esports thing? Like get him playing
Sure.
some StarCraft.
Sure, I think Cyborg would be better for an esports because he could
well, that's
literally
cheating.
plug into.
That's
Why?
cheating, though.
Why?
Because esports has to have like you have to have a set number of like you can't add your own crap, right? Like
He's
I'm
not
sure
adding anything. So as soon as he touches the keys,
Yeah.
he completely understands every facet of the game.
He's probing, right? Like isn't that how that's?
I
how
don't
it
know.
works?
I mean, technically, his like he's a cyborg, obviously, but it's like alive, so it's like it's like a part of him, right? Does that make sense?
That's
It's
right. I feel like
a-
that's like a malware. That's like a discontinued thing.
I don't know.
Or disqualified thing.
I think he could hide it well. I think he could.
he could.
I don't think they could prove it.
He's dosing.
Yeah. I mean, how do you drug test for that? You know what I mean?
I mean, you would think Aquaman would be a good swimmer, but like, wouldn't that be like his kryptonite in like a chlorine-filled bowl?
I think he'd be good, but
Maybe he's like a triathlon type guy.
I still think like Superman, Flash, just crush Aquaman in the water. Like just because he's good in the water doesn't mean he's fast.
You don't think Aquaman is a better swimmer?
No.
Than
Because like, dude, the Flash
would
literally
run on water.
He can run on water, but even swimming, he kicks his legs so fast. He's the most powerful motorboat in the world now.
Yeah, but isn't
Aquaman can't do that. He can't
thought-
move his limbs as fast.
I don't know. I thought. Well, no, I know, but I thought Aquaman can just go. Like I don't think he needs to like swim.
I think he swims.
I think he just wills it.
I think he calls a dolphin. He actually most of the time he just rides on the dolphin or
horse.
something. Yeah. So like I actually think he might be a bad swimmer because he doesn't swim that much.
I don't
Sits
know.
on his throne,
Gets fat.
calls a. Did he get fat? I don't think he got fat. I think that was Thor, right?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Two long-haired, muscly guys. You just mix them all up. But anyways, yeah,
Didn't
I think
he have a bottle thrown at him and get his like finger cut off or something?
who
Aquaman.
I
I may be missing properties. Never mind.
I have no idea where you're at right now.
Okay.
but
That was a whole.
Sonic
Wasn't Amber
Sonic
Heard
would be a great
in
pick.
Aquaman? Sonic would be okay.
Sonic's a good pick,
But what would Sonic do? So he's not faster than Superman and Flash.
right? But I'm putting Flash on the marathon. I'm putting Sonic on like a sprint. Or does he need to rev up a little? Maybe
He
he's
needs
good
to
at like
rev up. I would
800
do
meters,
the
like one
opposite
lap,
of that, yeah.
1600.
Yeah.
That's a mile, I think. So
We're really
he-
focusing on the speed aspect of everything.
okay,
I don't-
so
like, what else
who's
is
your
there?
shot put man?
Shot put man?
Now
That's
that's
Hulk.
But he's got to get it within the field.
He'd probably eat it.
That's exactly
It's
like
like,
I think
oh, this
Hulk's
is an
a
M&M.
terrible pick.
Yeah.
I think you're better off with Thor.
Any other Spider-Man, like literally any other.
Ooh, Spider-Man's. Who's
Spider-Man
the best,
would be like an
who's the
acrobatics
best
guy.
pick
He
in
would
the
be
Marvel
he'd be the gymnast
world. I'm trying to think who the best pick in the Marvel world would be.
across everything.
Well, for this is a very big brain activity because not only do you have to pick one character,
Right.
you have to decide what event they're going into. So are you going to pick a speed guy from Marvel? Or are you going to pick a power guy from Marvel? I mean, what are we going to pick here?
I mean, ultimately, it would just come down to, okay, here's Team Marvel, here's Team...
Here's the thing. Ready for this? Ready for the best
Yes.
baton pass ever?
Okay.
Flash, Quicksilver, Sonic. Who else do we have?
I feel like
who's
Sonic would
fast?
hurt.
Yeah, but who else is that fast?
Superman.
You only get one.
Oh, okay. Quicksilver.
Quicksilver, Flash,
Yeah,
obviously.
sure.
Now we need to go outside superheroes.
My brain shuts down at that point.
There's got to be someone so fast.
Tracer.
Yeah, but just a short distance.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Aren't there super fast? Isn't there like a Nitro guy or something from like Apex Legends or something like that? I don't know.
Could have Dom, what's his face, from Fast
From
and
Gears of
Furious.
War. Oh yeah, no Toretto.
Yeah. He's fast in a car.
Yeah, he
Might translate.
You can race.
What about like Starscream? He's a jet. That might be pretty quick. Maybe.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. Is like that's what I was asking about. Like Hulk, can you actually
Do they have to be on the
you have
ground?
to, you have to touch the ground, right?
Starscream's a fantastic pick for the long jump because he does his 3 hops.
That's cheating. That's like
How is
that's
that
like
cheating?
Because it's like a cyborg
It's
thing.
part of him.
Yeah, it's cheating. You can't.
We're not discriminating against what.
No, we're absolutely discriminating.
Why? So they
against
have to be
them.
humans or what?
No, they have to.
Hulk's cheating. He's a fucking monster.
No, that's hurtful.
No, it's not. He literally is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm telling you, man. You got to accept all fictional characters.
Okay, but then you have your shooting. So your green arrows, your
Green Arrow.
dead shots.
We did a poll on this,
Yeah,
and
Green Arrow is just the
Green
best.
Arrow won.
I don't think so.
Legolas won.
I think so. Yeah.
I think I agree. He's the best.
Yeah, but okay, he's not the best. Sure, maybe we put Legolas on for the archery,
Yeah.
but he ain't gonna smack anything with a gun. He's never been hit by anything as powerful as a kick on a rifle.
We're talking about the Olympics.
Yeah, I'm
talking about archery. I'm talking about archery.
Yeah,
put Legolas on.
Tell you what,
And
archery.
then we put
sure.
Deadshot on fucking
Sure.
marksman duty,
Yeah.
skeet shooting or whatever they have.
Yeah.
And he doesn't miss.
I feel like we don't know the Olympics as well as
No,
I thought
that's
we
definitely
did.
a thing.
Who would you put as your curling team? Because now I'm mixing up the
Okay.
Winter Olympics.
Okay, so
with
we're doing curling team.
So
Now
Mario.
Mario.
Yeah.
What?
He does it every 4 years. I feel like out of everybody, he would be the.
What are you talking about? He does it every 4 years.
Mario does Winter Olympics. He has how many Winter Olympics games?
Okay,
Him
so
and Sonic.
we
I
need
feel like
4
they're
people. We
most
need 4 people on the
experienced.
team.
Yeah, so Mario's the captain.
Okay.
Peach?
Peach.
I don't know. I can't.
You already used your Mushroom Kingdom.
Sonic.
You used Sonic on fucking curling?
He at least did it. I don't know.
Oh, no. So we're misusing our Sonic universe here. We use Knuckles for boxing.
Eh.
No?
You have little Caesar. Or what's his name?
Punch Out guy?
Little Mike Tyson.
Mike, little Mac.
Little Mac. There
Little
we go.
Mac.
Yeah.
Little Mac. Okay, yeah.
He knocked out Mike Tyson. I feel
no,
like
we could pick a better fighting character than that.
literally beat Mike Tyson. I
Dude,
feel
pick
like
anyone
he's
from
the guy.
Tekken.
He beat Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson's a demon? I didn't know that.
No, Mike Tyson could knock out who's the boxer in Tekken? Steve Fox. I bet you Mike Tyson could beat Steve Fox. I maintain that.
In boxing?
In boxing. Somebody's listening to this that played Tekken, and please back me up that Mike Tyson could beat Steve Fox. I'm going to tweet that.
You're talking everyone from Mortal Kombat, everyone.
Mortal Kombat cheats. They're using weapons and stuff. None of the people in Mortal
what
Kombat
about,
are good. Like, you can't box, right?
What about Street Fighter?
The same thing. Well, I'm not super up on Street Fighter. I don't know if there's like
neither.
a boxer on Street Fighter.
Well, okay, so there's boxing, but there's also Taekwondo. So who's our Taekwondoer?
Huang?
Who?
I don't know. He does Taekwondo.
From what?
From Tekken.
Oh, okay. I feel like there's a Street Fighter that does like Taekwondo.
I would assume so. I don't know.
Okay, fine.
Whatever.
We'll have Little Mac on the boxing team.
Yeah.
And who's wrestling then? Kratos?
Oh, for wrestling?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you would probably just pick like a creator wrestler.
Create a wrestler beats
'cause
Kratos? You're out of your fucking
You just
mind.
make all the stats up.
Tyler, you understand once we make our team, everyone else gets to pick from every other character that exists,
Yeah.
but only one from each universe.
Okay.
So we pick create a wrestler,
Yeah.
and they pick literally any fictional character that's stronger than a normal guy.
Yeah. Okay. But if you're gonna waste your Superman on a
I'm not wasting my
wrestler thing-
Superman. What else is Kratos going to be good at? I mean, that's right up his alley. Greek wrestling, man.
Fencing.
No.
You don't think he'd be good at fencing?
No. That's all finesse. He's a brawler.
Okay. Is there something axe throwing? Is there an axe throwing in the
exists.
Olympics?
I don't even think he would be good at that.
He literally, that's all he does. He
He's
throws
a new
throws
one.
a freaking axe.
True.
That's the entire game.
I'm thinking of the early ones, man. When he brawls.
Yeah, when he threw 2 axes.
Yeah, he had kind of chains.
Where did this go? Okay.
What's our
what are we
gymnastics
talking
team
about?
looking like?
I'm telling you, Spider-Man. 100%.
Spider-Man's definitely on there.
Maybe Catwoman.
But we already used
Catwoman
Marvel,
would
didn't
be
we?
good. Harley Quinn would be pretty good. We did use the DC.
Are you saying that like an event?
I would take Harley Quinn or Catwoman over Batman on the chess team. I think Batman's wasted there.
I would take Brainiac on the chess team, dude. That's too free.
Okay, same universe. Doesn't matter. Same.
Yeah,
like,
no, I know. We use our Marvel. I think Spider-Man in gymnastics too good. Or maybe
the more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh, Catwoman's actually pretty.
Catwoman's great, but like I'd rather have Flash than Catwoman.
But I feel like
running because that's a free win.
Oh yeah. Because we already used Flash on the. Yeah, you're right.
See, it's tough. You can't just fucking dump DC on
Fair
there.
enough.
I'm telling you, dude, it's a tough one.
So Flash is the fastest
man alive
in the world. Man alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sonic's pretty fast though.
He's a hedgehog.
He is a hedgehog, so he's not allowed to participate. Is that what you're saying?
I mean,
this is what I'm saying. Once you start making those finite rolls, like it all crumbles. It all just totally falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just saying, man.
Well, we nailed the one, and
I think we have a couple good picks, but
sure,
we'll start tweeting it out. Just naming events who are person.
I mean, that'd be a good series. Just start.
That
like,
would go on for like 50 days.
All you do is you take every Olympic sport,
yeah,
and that's your polls for the next 5 months.
It's not going to be a poll. It's going to be like, here's our team.
Beat us.
Tell us in the comment who you have going up against us in this.
Probably 40 Space Marines.
It might be
40K
Space. I don't think Space Marines would be good at anything.
No,
maybe shot put.
They're super overrated.
They might be.
Yeah.
Who would you have Master Chief? Like he's got to be on our team, right?
No.
Arbiter.
Master Chief. The best thing Master Chief could do would maybe be like
he'd do a pretty good long jump.
He'd be like a coach.
A good coach.
Yeah, like an inspirational.
He's a horrible coach.
He'd be like an inspirational coach.
He doesn't talk to anyone.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, just do it.
For the mission.
Get it done.
It's the mission.
Finish this.
What a coach.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, that would, who would your coach be then?
Bayonetta would be on our team.
Mine would be Ted Lasso.
As our coach?
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, all the superheroes want to rip each other apart and stuff,
yeah,
you just have Ted Lasso. Just like, be a goldfish, man, it's fine.
He'd be dead in 3 minutes.
Probably.
He'd be dead.
He would.
In 3 minutes. Someone would kill him.
Outburst, yeah.
My coach would be, it's got to be someone people respect.
Yeah.
So that's a tough question. That is a tough question.
I mean, at the end of the day, Lex Luthor owns your team, right?
Yeah, Lex Luthor's the owner.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But we waste our DC on Lex Luthor being the owner.
I think that's an overlooked thing. Like, I think you need the training. I don't like. You're not.
No, you don't. When you have people like the Flash and
what if he does something wrong or like overshoots something or is
the Flash is very good at running. He's not going to overshoot things. But I understand what you're saying. I'm sure somewhere down the line on our list we're going to have someone who needs trained
at some point. Yeah, like you put Hulk in there. It's like, hey, don't swallow this shot put.
I wouldn't have. Hulk's a horrible pick.
Yeah. Who throws like a javelin? Who's a good javelin thrower? Would that be Aquaman? Does he have a trident to throw? Would that be Kratos? Maybe.
Oh, I'm sure Kratos has thrown a javelin in his day.
Yeah,
or discus.
It's very
Kratos-y.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I mean, pull someone from
who would do the equestrian.
I don't know what that is.
Horse riding.
Horse riding.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's got to be a good horse rider, right? Who's the best horse rider in fictional character?
Zorro.
Can we pick a horse
to do the horse riding? No.
Why not?
Because you're not riding it.
It's true. You just get a random guy.
Is horse riding on style or speed?
It's
I didn't even know there was
style. Yeah, they have to do particular moves. Yeah, equestrian. It's quite a sport.
There's probably some circus people that would be good at that.
We need a fictional character though.
Okay,
which
a circus person from a book.
From a book. Yeah, I love that one. That's good.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of somebody that actually uses a horse besides Zorro.
I feel like we'd also have to include fictional events like pod racing, but you're not allowed to use anyone from Star Wars.
Oh. So for that, I would do like a cyborg.
There's not a lot of rules to pod racing.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Esports is
I'd probably do Speed Racer, maybe. Like if anyone's going to figure it out, it's going to be Speed Racer. Like this is what he does. He just wins races.
Yeah, but how would he hold up against getting shot at?
I don't know. I feel like the show got pretty wild at times. I feel like
he never saw it.
Me neither, but
okay.
I'm just speculating. Big time.
Movie was supposed to be okay.
Speed Racer.
I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I didn't watch that.
No.
Yeah, I think there's something there. There's something there. I'm really thinking hard. Who's the best horse rider of all time? I mean, we're missing someone big, right? Headless Horseman. He's pretty good on a horse, I would say.
Yeah, Hercules.
Is he a fictional
horse.
character?
Hercules?
So you're talking about Disney?
Yeah.
Hercules? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's totally a wasted opportunity, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, why? What else would Hercules do?
Hercules is good at everything.
No, he's not.
I feel like he actually throws a javelin and a discus in that movie.
Yeah, but again,
Like 5
not as
million
far
light years.
as like. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Technique will get you so far, but then eventually you just have
Hercules is stronger than
like,
most everyone.
No,
Name someone stronger than Hercules.
every superhero.
No. What?
Yeah,
No.
every. What I'm saying is like classified strong superhero. You don't think Spider-Man's stronger than Hercules?
No.
What?
No.
What?
No. Are you out of your mind?
What was the first thing we were talking to people about that we wanted to people to call in on?
Zerg?
No, Zerg. But then what was after that? Because we have to have a list of people.
Right.
I'm sure we'll think about it. But Hercules stronger than Spider-Man?
I think Hercules is stronger than Spider-Man.
Oh,
You want me to tweet it out?
Aquaman faster than Flash?
Flash in the water, yeah.
Maybe.
That might have been it. I don't
I
think
don't
so,
know.
though.
Yeah.
I'm tweeting it out right now.
Just jazzing.
Is Hercules stronger than Spider-Man?
That's hard for me to believe.
Who is stronger?
What's the biggest feat that Hercules did? Like Spider-Man
He
stopped.
had 12 of them.
Spider-Man stopped a train.
Hercules, like, was lifting, like, pillars and stuff. Like, don't you remember the movie when he, like, totally destroys this whole town on accident?
Yeah. I think you're thinking of Samson when he pushed the pillars.
No,
No.
I'm not.
Delilah. Samson and Delilah. We need to get some Bible characters in there. Where are we putting Jesus?
Jesus is real.
Okay, fair enough.
He's like some random guy
No,
from
you're right.
Nazareth,
Yeah.
right? That would be a horrific pick. What is now for the multiplying fish category? Jesus steps up to the plate.
If he can do that, imagine. I don't know. So what else? What else do we want to talk about?
I don't know. This is all I had.
That was it.
This is it.
So we were talking, and it's fallen upon me to talk to you, the listener, about something that we want to try.
There is no try.
This year. There's no try. We want to do it. We need people's input and help. So the past, I'll say 1.5 episodes. Two episodes ago, we were pretty down on video games. Last episode, we were middling, a little higher, but Starfield is still, we'll see.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
You're not, but I am. Like, I'm going to buy it 100%.
I mean, so will I, but that's because I have Game Pass. Go back to episode 56 if you want to hear about Starfield. But anyway, the idea, this got us to talking about, like, what are our favorite games and what do we actually love? And we know that every year, different, we'll call them outlets, but podcast channel, like everybody at the end of the year wants to go through and say, like, oh, what was the game of the year and different things like that. So what we were thinking is, what if we expanded that instead of doing game of this year, and we decided best games of all time?
Yeah, so something we've talked about before, kind of, but the idea kind of sparked from my love of sports, obviously.
Nerd.
And every March, as I'm sure some people know, March Madness, where you have a big old bracket, which is very exciting, filling out the bracket and picking who wins and speculating and things like that. So I was like, why don't I combine the two ideas? It's something that's like been done before. Like I remember in high school, like the comic book club would do this every March, where they had like superhero bracket, which was always fun.
Mm-hmm.
But this would obviously be, not obviously, because we're just telling you, but it would be your favorite games. So the way we envision this is kind of interesting. So we were thinking 64 bracket. So there's going to be 64 games in total.
64 games on the bracket, yeah.
On the bracket. Yep. And that breaks down into like 5 rounds, I think, because that's just like March Madness.
You're the sports guy. I have no idea.
So what happens is there's going to be 8 people that need to bring 8 games. Okay.
Yep.
So probably how it's going to end up working is you bring more than that because I'm sure there's going to be overlap, right? So you're going to bring an X amount of games, and then once we sort out all the overlap, we'll have the 64 games. Now, you might be thinking, oh, sweet, I get to argue for my 8 favorite games of all time. You're absolutely incorrect about this. What happens at this point, I put a little bit of a twist on it. So I love sports. I love March Madness. I also love fantasy football. And the fun part about fantasy football is drafting every year, obviously. So what happens at this point is we have 64 games. They go into a big poll, and we randomly select a draft order. And now you have to draft 1 game per round to put on your team.
Yeah.
That gets sorted into the bracket. So let's say, for example, I get first round overall pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
I step up to the podium. I declare Mass Effect 2 is now on my team. And the beauty of this is you'll probably pick like early on your own games, but as it goes on, you can pick whatever game you want. You're not limited to your own games, obviously. So what's interesting about this is you're going to have some really great ones early on. And then as the rounds progress, you might get some sleepers that might be someone else's favorite game, but you might not know too much about. So I think it creates an interesting dynamic.
And it forces, so the idea too is as this is going, that, as we're talking about like what we need from people, obviously we need at least 6 people. Like we're still deciding like, are we going to be part of it? And we'll kind of go through that, but we need the people to want to really just kind of play in the spirit of it. So instead of being like, oh, I want like Mass Effect 2 to win, I'm just going to throw my thing out the window to get Mass Effect 2 to win. Like maybe we try to figure out some sort of like fantasy football. Maybe we add like some like money prize or something like that to spice things up. But I think
that becomes even worse.
Possibly.
Because then everyone votes for like the worst games so they can match up against
it. Well, I mean, we can talk about it. But the idea is you need to do the research and you need to really kind of jive with your team. So if for whatever reason Dyson Sphere or something pops onto your, like that's what you're left with, and that's one of my favorite games and you have to pick it up, that's going to force you to take a look at it, maybe discover a new game that you never thought was as amazing or you never would have played and things like that. So I think it's interesting to be put in that position.
Yeah, so I think part of the fun aspect of this, like you just alluded to, is doing the bracket early on, like setting it up so that it gives people time to maybe check out some of those games they're not familiar with.
Yeah.
Which could be cool. But yeah, I mean, the point is, it's all in good fun. I mean, so, we're not going to be taking this too seriously, but at the same time, we want to make sure that everyone comes to the plate with something to say about their game, right? We don't want just like random shit, like making shit up about the game, right? Like it's got to all be factual.
Like we have a fact checker, right. And that sort of thing.
I think it'd be fun. Don't get me wrong, you can make some bullshit arguments. Like I'm totally expecting that. I think that's going to be fantastic, but it has to be like factual or like from your understanding of the game, right?
Yeah.
So
it can be subjective, but it can't be just outlandish,
right? Like, oh, there's like Super Mario World 3 looks better than Crisis 2. I mean, the graphics
you could. You can make that argument, but hey, like why not?
Anyway, so pretty much at that point, so you're going to have your team of 8 games, and it's going to be put onto the bracket, making sure that you're not playing yourself, because that's going to be potentially something that we run into. So we're going to have to figure out how to navigate that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, then you fill up the bracket and you just go each round. So it's head to head, 1 game versus 1 game. The 2 people who own each of those games step up to the plate.
Yep.
And we talked about this. It's not decided yet, but we thought that maybe everyone else votes on who wins. It's just something as simple as that.
Is it interesting? And this is kind of because when we were talking about like doing this on the cast, it's like let's just spitball ideas and let's talk through some stuff. So, for instance, if you have a team of 8, does it make sense, and you know the sports stuff better than I do,
Yeah.
would it make sense where it's like, okay, I'm going to put forth the game I choose versus having a game predefined?
So in traditional brackets, what happens is you have seeding, which is 1 through 16, and then there's 4 quadrants, obviously, in a bracket of 64. So your best player or your best team will be 1, and they'll play the 16th seed in each quadrant. So, I mean, there's a couple of things you could do. We could do it that way. I think there's something cool about seeing what every matchup is going to be before you start. So then you can start theory crafting who's going to win, right?
Yeah.
So I think, in my opinion, that's how it should be done. But I think maybe, okay, if it's a first round pick, it should be a first seed, right? And then maybe you go up against a last round pick in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
So, because ideally you want the heavy hitters to be towards the end, right?
Yeah. So like it would be, I guess what I was thinking is like if you and I were matched up against each other,
yep,
and you saw that, okay, John has, like, you have your team of 8 and I have my team of 8, and we both select a game to go up against each other, but you don't know what that game is until, like, okay, round 1, John, what did you pick? Tyler, what did you pick? And like, it's theory crafting of like, okay, I know John's pool of games. What do I think you're going to play versus mine, and that kind of thing. So I think there are different ways of doing it. Traditional seed probably makes more sense.
Yeah,
so
there's
like,
2 thoughts. I mean, you can either that has its own suspense to it, which I think is cool.
Yeah,
I think for an audience perspective, it's kind of cool seeing like all the matchups out of the gate.
Yeah,
right?
and selfishly, I think that's going to be easier on the production end.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
that's the other thing is when we're talking recording this and making sure everyone's like engaged and excited about it, we would do this remotely. We figure that's the quickest way. So we would need like webcam, audio, and then just, we can kind of like lay everything out almost in like a Twitch thing.
Right.
Was kind of what I was thinking. And then we were hoping to align it with the extra life stuff. So, as raising money for the kids, I figure like that's kind of like a cool thing, which we've done before. I think that was a few years back, but
yeah,
that would be interesting.
I agree. So that's pretty much it. You argue, and I mean, obviously the technical aspects of it, we still need to figure out, like production and rules and stuff. I think it's really important for us to have like very specific rules when it comes to this.
Yeah, everyone has to be on the same page. I mean, there are going to be heated arguments, and there's going to be hopefully all in good fun, kind of back and forth and things like that. But the idea is, being respectful, and what we're hoping is that the 2 people that are arguing their case back and forth, like, they have the floor, right? So it's one of those things of like, everyone is listening and you can write notes down and judge and stuff. And maybe there's something where it's like every judge has an opportunity to maybe do like, oh, I have a question, or like a follow-up or something like that. Or can you clarify this?
Yeah.
So there could be kind of that like almost like gamey aspect to it.
Right.
Which we can iron out. But essentially we're kind of putting the call out there for listeners of just like, look, if this is something that you think would be fun, get in touch with us and let us know. Because I mean, you can send an email to podcast at couchcompany.games. That's our like email tag, or hit us up on Twitter, or the comment in any of the podcast things or whatever. Like, we'll get it. But I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be a really good time. I'm pretty excited for it. So hopefully we can get some like-minded people to join us and
start hounding people for video games. I feel like you said, I think we're going to get a lot of overlaps. I think you're going to get your Call of Duty 4s and your Mass Effect 2s and things like that. But
I think that's part of the mind games, though, because okay, can I come to the plate with something like really unique to me?
Yep.
Which is a twofold thing. Like, if I get this, it's going to be a great game for me to argue for, and if someone else gets it, they might have a really tough time because they've never played it or whatever, right? So,
or it's even when you're picking your team, like, hey, maybe I'm not super hot on Minecraft, but that's a juggernaut of a game where it's like, if somebody puts that in, that's not bad to have on your team as like this is like a safe safe pick because the numbers speak for themselves and different things like that. And it's interesting because I know some people will argue certain strengths of their games. So then as you're doing matchups, it's like, oh, hey, I'm making this up, like Phantom Pain. And Phantom Pain has some of the best gameplay ever. But then if that's going up against something like a Mass Effect 2, obviously they're going to be arguing story. So then very quickly you start seeing like, okay, if the judges are listening, and I feel like we're pretty split, you and I, so that I'm hoping that kind of continues where it's like half the people really gravitate towards the story, half will go to the gameplay, and you get some really good discussions, and you get to celebrate like the best of the best games as they come out. But,
yeah, absolutely. So very good. Where can they reach us at again?
At podcast at couchcompany.games. That's where they can reach us. Yeah, that's the email. Podcast at couchcompany.games. I said that weird. That's what it is. You can leave us a voicemail on Anchor. You can message us. Our DMs are open on Twitter. All over the place. But I don't know. It's something. I mean, we talked about starting this at the beginning of the year. So it's now June, and we actually have to start getting the production rolling. So that's kind of why we're hoping people contact us, and then we can get the players set up, we can get the rules set, and hopefully get the games rolling in, because I'm gonna it's gonna be like a whole like Notion thing, and I like my Excel sheets and tables and different things like that. So we'll get a good list going.
Yeah, absolutely. Really excited for it. So
yeah, and hopefully that I think that when is I think that's November is Extra Life.
I thought it was in December, but I could be wrong.
Might be late November, early December, but it's around that time period.
Yeah,
is when we're going to be kind of doing this as a kind of close to the year. So that'll be a good opportunity. So yeah, there's that.
There it is. What else we got?
I don't know, man. This is a Wednesday. Wednesday recording.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
I think we said we had to.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm very happy the power didn't go out.
Yeah, I was worried. It was like storming for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
really
like trees
funny.
were sideways, and like they were actually like branches were like hitting our window. There are no trees near our windows, but branches were hitting them. So,
that's wild.
Like, something came off. Yeah.
Well, there it is.
That's it.
Another episode in the books, as they say.
Let us know if this sounds any different, better, worse. It should be fine. I think it's good. This is the new setup with some extra processing.
Yeah, it looks good. So
if nothing else, it looks good. Yeah, color coded some stuff. I have color coded XLR cables coming in too.
Such a Tyler.
I like
thing.
orange. You like blue?
I love it.
Complimentary.
No,
I think it works
right there.
Yeah,
love it. Well, we appreciate you sticking around. Again, you can reach out to us if you're interested in the project we're putting together, and that's about it. Check us out on Twitter. We do polls. I just asked if Spider-Man was stronger than Hercules, so it's probably
that's good.
Probably talk about it next week, but go vote on that. And thanks for joining us on the couch. We'll see you next time. Same place. Peace.